So we've come back up to Watford to come and have a look at, we're continuing our hunt for industrial units because we just want to move out of the estate we're on now because it's a disgusting estate. I hate it. The management company there are appalling. So we're trying to move out and find somewhere else. And I've come back to this one in Watford. We were here the other day, but I've just come back to have a look around, just measure up and just try and get a feel, I guess, for what would work, I suppose. I think it's one of those things, once you see something, you get a sort of gut feeling whether it's going to work or not. And I think that's what I'm just trying to work out, I suppose.
Do you mind telling the audience where you just went? It seemed like you had a nice trip.
Oh, you're a camera guy. Bring back Iggy is what I say. Problem is, where we are at the moment is cheap, but then again, it's cheap for a reason. That's the issue. Where we are now is, I think, 28 grand a year all in, everything included. But the estate is an absolute hole in the ground. I mean, it's disgusting. This is 40 grand a year plus business rates, and then plus all your utilities on top. So it is, pound for pound, it is more expensive. But it is nice. What do you think? I need to just grab my balls and just do it and stop thinking about it, because the longer you think about it, you just start coming up with the reasons why you shouldn't do something. Just do it. The problem is I'm trying to learn from experiences, and I'm trying not to overstretch myself. But I know where we are now, I can't stay there. I know it physically isn't big enough, because the problem we've got is I've got so much stuff at other customers' industrial units where we're working, and we keep stuff there, and that doesn't work. Because you also lose stuff. We must have lost half a dozen sets of fiberglass ladders because you leave stuff and then you forget about it and then other people walk off with it, you know? And that's also not, I mean, that just isn't cost effective either. I mean, I've got trailers, scissor lifts, we've got blue barrier, I haven't got a single, we've got 20 blue barriers somewhere out on, I don't know, like that's also not, I can't run a business like that. So we need space, but this is the nicest unit I've seen so far, and it does work. And we could park the 7.5 tonner in here, the new Hiab we're ordering. You could park that inside, which is also a good thing. I suppose if it all gets too much, I can just hang myself off this, I suppose. Come on, let's go and have a coffee. Good morning. It's just gone 5. We are driving to Liverpool this morning. We left the yard at about, well, I was up at about 3. So we're going up to Liverpool. We've got traffic cameras we've got to fit. We're about halfway there. We've got about 2 hours left to go. Hopefully the next scene you see should be us in Liverpool on our first camera, hopefully. These roads, really. You do learn in the course of this job to be really good at parking. Yeah, the problem is they've got all these traffic cameras we've got to fit, but we can't get to them. That's the issue. Because what happens is the council, they book the job in for this day, but they don't put parking suspensions below the columns. So like this column here, the one in front, I've got to get to now. If they don't put parking suspensions, you just waste your day doing this. I can't get to this car. I'm parked, but my arse is hanging out. I can't get to the column. So old yoga pants there in a Mercedes is going to have to move so I can pull forwards. All the way to Liverpool, we're missing a harness. How the f*** could a harness go missing out the truck? You ask everybody, I haven't got it. Someone took it off the truck. Miraculously, no one's got it. I swear. Give me strength. Building a business is a patient game. You need a lot of patience for this. Right, you'll have to stay on the ground, and I'm going to have to do this one alone, and then I'll just go and buy another harness, because money just grows on trees in this company, clearly. Another day in paradise. We are currently in Liverpool on our, tried to get to the first camera, but there was an obstruction as cars blocking it, so we're at the second one now, just putting a traffic camera up. But I'm now battling to find the 13mm spanner, which isn't here because, I don't know. All right, cool. One down. Right, we're going to go to Screwfix or any sort of hardware store around here, pick up a harness, and basically a new pouch of tools. So I'm not going to make a spectacle out of it, but this is a really fast, it's a 30, but it's a really fast flowing 30, if that makes any sense. And this kid behind me in this blue car has just literally stopped his car right in front of my TM. Like, no one else can now see any of my TM because he's now parked there. But common sense obviously doesn't apply. I don't know. Give old Wayne a ring. Right, this one that's been installed, but there was no power at the column, so I'm guessing this one just needs an alignment, yeah?
Yeah.
Draper. Right, there's no power at that commando socket. It's got power.
What's the problem?
No, it's just come online. Sometimes they glitch out and you've got to unplug them and plug them back in again. Right, that one is all done. No alignment required. So like, I know people knock the cheaper brands like Draper, but actually I do think in terms of quality they've actually come a long way. Because in the days of old, it did used to be a bit questionable. But like 20 quid for just a basic ratchet set, and it really isn't bad. I don't know how many teeth per revolution it is. 60, probably not a huge amount. But the problem is, like for pool, I call them pool vehicles where everybody jumps in them. I don't want to put good quality gear in here because it just goes missing. And I think it is an age-old thing. Like if it's not yours, you just don't treat it with respect. So it makes more sense to just buy cheaper tools and you just keep them on the pool vehicles, I think. It's very repetitious today, if you haven't noticed. I couldn't do this day in, day out, but we are short-staffed at the moment, so we just do it, I guess. Anybody wants to apply for a job, reach out to us because we could use the labour. This one is, what's wrong with this one? This one is, camera's already up, but it needs aligning, I think. There was no power. Sometimes we get to these and what happens is the power company haven't put the commando socket in, so what we have to do is power it off this. So we fit the camera and we align it off the power off the boom, but I don't know what's how, I don't know. We might have to, I don't know. Let me ring the office and find out. Police station, interesting. Got a slight balls up. This isn't even the right camera. They've sent us a list. It sent us straight to this camera, but this isn't the camera that we actually need to be working on. It's at the other end of the street, but for some reason someone's cocked up and put the wrong details. So now got to realign this one because we've moved it. Quite tired now, I must say. What can we talk about that will interest the viewer and keep them engaged?
I'm trying to think because you have a very specific crowd.
Yes, last time I looked it was 96% men. What did you guys think of the football? No, I tell you what, Yellowstone. Who watched Yellowstone? You did. I could tell, I guarantee you didn't watch it. Who watched Yellowstone? Yeah, part 2 of season 5. Oh, damn. Oh, watched it last night. I was sat there waiting till 8 o'clock. 7:58, 7:58, 8 o'clock watch. I was there ready. It was so good. What are we doing? I want to go this way. We've actually got to swap because we're in the wrong place. All right, fella, I think we're at the right one now. How about that?
Yep,
Oh, I love doing alignments with you because there's no about. It's like, yep, done, in the van, gone. Utterly stupid boxing. All right, cheers, pal. Bye. Finished. That was a long day. Taking my hat off, don't care. Hat, helmet. Right. That was the last camera. That's the last one done. I'm absolutely pooped. So, there's only one place we're heading now. Best place. You ever want good food? Tim Hortons.
Unfortunately, we lost the audio for the next clip, but here is a perfect match of what Mr. Nagy said.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh la la. Whoa, whoa. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair. King in the castle, king in Oh, go do this, go do this. King in the castle.
All right, my darling. Thank you very much.
Even though it sounds like he has no choice.
Well, he hasn't, but he's good at this. If I
hasn't.
need a job that I can rely on someone to go and fix it, send
Yeah.
him. All right, thank you for your help, sweetheart. We'll speak
No
in the morning,
worries.
all right? Fair play to Emma. She's on it, you know, she's just, yeah. As far as admin goes, she's brilliant. You just give her tasks and she doesn't f around. She just gets it done. Like, she just figures everything. And like, what I like, I can give her a task. I'm like, Emma, we've got to get this, you know, whatever it is sorted. And she won't just she'll do that, but then she'll do, well, I tell you what, you've done that, but I tell you what, I did this bit as well because we're going to need that to bolt with this. I've asked her to go from A to B, but then she'll also go to C. And that's what I like, because that's the mindset you need here, that thinking ahead approach, which I really like. But yeah, Emma, that was Emma. She's our admin. She's brilliant. Absolutely love her. She's got me out of so many times. We're in the process of moving out, and I gave Charlie the instruction this morning of just start slowly taking stuff off. I didn't think you were taking the shelves off, but yeah, I mean, I guess we need to, yeah. When I look like this, I realise how much stuff we've got.
Should I keep on
I do, yeah. I mean,
demoing?
yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting to go this far today, but yeah, I guess so. I mean, all this stuff we can box it all up in the corner over there, like you're doing, I guess. And we've got to make a start moving out. So I suppose, yeah. All right, go, Charlie. This is why I'm done with domestic. Hey, fellow, could you let me in? We've got some maintenance work to do in. Such a waste of time. This is for a client that we've done loads of work for, but of course they're a good client, so we don't want to get rid of them. Right, they've got a macerator in a kitchen which isn't working. Little bullshit job. We'll go and do it. This brings back memories. Hands and knees. Kitchen cupboards. All right, let's see if we've got any power going to it. It's really annoying, it's got power going to it. Okay. Put me back on a railway station. I'm pretty sure this isn't salvageable, because you can just smell the stench of electric motor that has been on for some time. There's old prawns in this, and I can still smell an electric motor over the old prawn. Kind of gives you a gauge of how strong that smell is. Yeah, that motor's sea solid. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can free them up, but more often than not, God, that's seized. Okay. Yeah, it's also rotted through as well. See the hole there in the corner where it's rotted through? It's just, you should be able to grab the top, and that should just spin. God, that's sea solid. Okay, that's not going to be repaired. It's bloody annoying. It would have been nice to have fixed that, but all I can do is take the measurements for a new one and come back and fit a replacement. That's all we can do. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Nice.
Messy, that's the word.
I think I've done a good job.
I mean, by the time we clean up a little bit, yeah, it's all got to come out. But it's good, we can just load it straight onto the trailer or the vans and...
Well, that's... My idea for that was, you just tell me yes, yes.
What's going to, yeah, okay.
And then I'll chuck that there.
Fab. Yeah, that works.
I mean,
Yeah. I hate moving units. Now, the last couple of weeks have been pretty stressful. That would be a very fair statement. We did struggle in certain places to try and get content on site, mostly because when the camera guy is trying to film me, I was basically telling him to get lost. I believe actually there's a couple of clips of, yeah, I'm sure he'll put some couple of clips of that in for you as well. Do you want a punch in the face? I don't like a wired mic. I find it incredibly intrusive. Good job centre, lad. Has anyone ever told you how genuinely strange you are? Yeah! I'd like to point out that I find recording incredibly stressful. I'm going to punch you in the face with a chair imminently. What's this? The only knife you've got is the one you keep in your pants for holding up pensioners at the bus stop. What's this? Cheeky little croissant. You didn't ask any of us. Go on, show the world. Go on. We'd never do that, would we? It's 8 o'clock in the morning and it's too early for your You do realise he's literally just going to punch you in the groin at any moment, and there's no way of knowing when for you, so I don't know why you're smiling. You have moments where you are so f***ing annoying. If people think I'm slightly short-tempered and I've lost my patience, let's do it! Imagine him walking around with you every single day, everywhere you go. Loser. Was that enough enthusiasm, yeah? Yeah, good, yeah. I don't abuse him, by the way. We're going to give you a brief rundown of everything that's been happening in the last few weeks to bring you up to speed. So we've been working over at Hive over in Docklands, and we've been putting these EV chargers in, and there's been a massive, half the problem we had there's been massive time constraints trying to get this stuff installed quickly enough for these guys. I hate this pressure. This is what I don't like. We're under massive time pressure here with this client. Don't get me wrong, they're great. I love these guys. They're such nice clients and they're just good people, but they're under massive pressure themselves. Of course, they then push the pressure down to us to get this installed quickly. We're installing this just at light speed. We're just going as quick as we can. But of course, you hit problems like this and that's what I don't like, when you have this unnecessary pressure to just get something finished. It gives me sleepless nights. I hate it. Because then what happens is you rush and invariably then you make mistakes. And then if you make a mistake, people then turn around and say, well, why were you rushing? So yeah, you can see where I'm going with it, but I'm actually deeply stressed. Like on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I'm just laughing out loud. We did manage it. We met our deadlines, but it was not without issues. I'm very tired. It's very hard work working with them. Just trying to get these chargers bolted into place because they're incredibly heavy bits of kit.
So we got the ChemPower chargers, we're going to put this one in, but first we've drilled into the floor with an SDS bit, 12mm. We've put these threaded rods into the ground and then we've used some ChemRes to fix it down, and then we're going to put it through the base and square washer and nut it.
And the power cabling for them, I think we were running in I've got 195mm 5 core stuck in my head for these chargers. I mean, it's a monstrous cable. It's like that. I'm going to send a photo of that in the group chat, and everyone's going to go, how the f are we going to fit that? It is bigger than we were anticipating, I'll be honest. Pretty heavy. Actually, it's not as heavy. It looks heavier than it actually is. Don't forget the scissor lift is 1.5 tons, give or take. The big drum's 550, the little drum is 350. Yeah, it's actually
lighter than the...
It looks really heavy, but it's actually not as bad as it looks, if that makes any sense. So
Get a shot of that.
Trying to roll that off the drum, I think it was like 5 or 6 of us, wasn't it? because you were there. In fact, you were helping, yeah. There was like 5 or 6 of us literally just to roll it. And it was on a Rumpertech spinner, but just literally the action of trying to spin it off the drum, there was like 6 of us trying to do it. It's such a heavy, so it's just a very slow, very awkward job to do. It's not necessarily a technically difficult job. It's just very, very slow because everything is, also when it's cold, everything is much harder to install when it's cold. So yeah, trying to terminate those armoreds in the cold was a lot of effort. The power cabinet as well, that power cabinet weighs just under a ton. So even just trying to lift that up to position it into place, getting it off the lorry, like everything, that was an area I actually underestimated. I didn't think it would take so long to get all of that equipment just sited in the correct place, because it's just heavy, bulky, and I just didn't realize how slow it would have been. Yeah, that rack is going to be mounting on that as a temporary method, because that should, in a perfect world, you buy, it's like a floor pit. So you dig out a square in the concrete, you put this steel pit in, that sits on top of it, and then you have your nice duct with your singles in it, which go up inside the rack. This is so temporary because this whole building is being knocked down. So it makes no sense to dig out the floor and do all, it just makes no sense. So hence the temporary mounting base for that. So I'll know that for next time for sure. But it's an interesting bit of kit, and it is, from what I can see, it was incredibly well put together. The actual brand, I mean, I've never installed this Kempower stuff before. I had to go on the training courses to do it. But it certainly seems, from fitting it, it seems like really robust, solid equipment. So from an installation point, once it's in, it does seem very well made. Well, there is a little bit of pressure here on site today, because we've got to get this on and commissioned, which I am feeling the stress a little bit, I'll be honest. I'm going through this, I don't even know what this document's called, the installation checklist. So I'm just putting all the serial numbers and stuff down. We're trying to get all of these vans out of here now to get the truck in, so because we can't do the commissioning without the truck in here. Once this is on and the truck is happily charging, I'm going to go and have a very big drink.
How do you think today's going to go? Sensationally.
Hopefully, if all goes well, should be an alright day. But let's see.
Complicated, probably. Apprehensive, nervous, lack of confidence, a bit hungry.
Feeling positive?
Positivity is a mindset. So I'm not too sure we're there yet.
You could say that. We'll see.
Right, Timothy is ready for commissioning when we are. Do you like my little kit? Got that from Yes. Isn't that nice? You have a little kit. I actually don't even know how much it was because I paid for it on account. But it has all the Critchley markers from A to Z, and then 1 to 9. And then like your earthing symbols and stuff like that. And it comes with the little cable wrap things which you tie wrap round armoreds and stuff. It's a good little kit.
What, you turning that on?
Yeah.
Wait for me to move out of the way first.
Well, you'll be fine there. What are you on about? Oh! I'm going to have a very big beer tonight when this is working. I don't think anyone realises the stress this has caused. Let's get the truck in, get it commissioned, go home and have a hot bath is what I'm going to do.
Can I join?
Can you join? Zesty.
Okay. What are your outtakes from it? What would you
Cool.
repeat next time?
What would I repeat next time?
And not repeat.
What would I not repeat? I'm exhausted. 3 o'clock. Those tails took a lot longer to fit than I anticipated. I did not think they'd take so long. We lost an hour just messing around taking that out. Not this again. I am really quite tired. Yeah, the time pressure, what would I not repeat? The time pressure was probably the biggest thing on that job, because we had so much time pressure to get, because they're an EV company, they had a really big constraint to get this stuff on and working to keep their business operational, and there's only so fast you can work. And you can't, if you start working really long shifts, you start making silly mistakes. And when you've got equipment like that, which is so expensive, you can't do that. You have to take your time and just slow down and do it properly. So next time I would allow more time to do it for sure. That'd probably be the biggest thing I would allow. Just allow more time to do a thorough job. The problem is this job was just dumped on us, like with no notice. It was just like, just go and do it. There it is. And like we just had no time. We just had no time, and we've pulled it together as best we can. But yeah, it's
Crash of another van. Over here I said,
you're just trying to wind me up, aren't
take a
you?
deep breath followed by...
My blood pressure's gone down. You've seen it, and now you're just bringing this up again, aren't you?
Again.
Yeah, it did happen again. They all know about it because I put it on Insta.
We do it again. Just
They don't need to
take
know.
a deep breath.
Yeah, another van got crashed yet again. I'll put the picture of the original crash. I don't know the ins and outs of it, and I don't want to think too much in it because it just makes me angry. But yeah, one of the vans got T-boned at a junction, so that's now gone into the body shop now for repair, which I think we can probably put those pictures, those 6 I sent you, we can probably put those on the screen now. So that's now being repaired again. Now, as always, we've got camera installations. We've always got those we've got to go and do. So we'll leave a little montage of those now to get you up to speed on what we've been doing out on highways. While I appreciate that 530 engine oil is not what you would traditionally use to lubricate tools with, the inconvenient truth is it's actually really rather good. Because it's thick, it stays in the joint longer than WD-40 and stuff. It's a little hack. When electrical tape gets cold, God, it's horrible to work with. Look, for your information, I'm about to show you my new tethered equipment, okay? But I'm actually missing the attachment for the socket, the ratchet. So I'm fabricating one temporarily. It's better. I just feel more comfortable having tethered gear. It's got nothing to do with the fact that I dropped something out of the bucket last week. Right, I've got everything. Brackets, nuts, bolts, zip ties, yeah. All right. Let's hit the sky. London Borough of Hackney, what a delightful place. Say again? If it's any consolation, mate, I don't like him any more than you.
Ruined my little shortcut, man.
What's happening, Gow? You alright? They have a burner that just heats the... I see, okay. Yeah, so the jugs and the guides, they keep them in a little hot box. Getting into lining. Don't ask. Yeah, this one's a takedown, so this is one that they've requested. I don't know, it's been up and for whatever reason they want it to come down. Don't know why, just do what I'm told. Process of moving, yeah, we are moving units. Our last day in this unit is supposed to be February the 6th. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen because solicitors seem to be dragging their heels. So I'm hoping we're just going to get a couple of 3.5 ton Luton vans outside and just move all of this shit into the back of those vans and move up to Watford. I don't know, I can't give real updates because I actually don't know 100%. Our last day here is supposed to be the 6th of February, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's going to be very tight. I'm waiting on solicitors. That's literally all we're just waiting on solicitors. What else have we got on the list here? We've got column testing for a highways contractor, which we're doing. There is a huge amount of time pressure on that as well. There seems to be a lot of time pressure this year. We've got, I think, 7,500 columns we've got to test, and I think we're about, last time I checked, I think we're about 2,000 columns in, so we've got a long way to go, and we've got until the end, I think we've got the second week of March we've got to have it all finished by, so you're definitely going to be seeing more of that as time goes on because there's some serious time constraints there. I've got 2 people out full time, 5 days a week testing, and it's not enough. I actually need a 3rd person out there, so I don't know how we're going to cross that bridge. So I will keep you updated.
In a few words, Dan, how are you finding column testing?
Wet, cold, boring. Is that it?
New team, yes, new team, yes. We got 2 guys who just started this week. That takes us up. I try not to think about it because I start sort of panicking and worrying, which is completely unproductive. But we've got 2 new guys, which takes us up to a team of 10, including Emma and Dan. So exciting times are ahead. I've got 2 new vans outside. Those are the vans that are going to be, well, actually no, those vans are going to be for, yeah, basically 2 new guys have started, and I've got 2 new vans outside. I've got the sign writing actually just over there. I've got to put that on later on today, and then they're ready to roll.
Any new rules that what are you going to do different this year?
Yeah, I'm going to be a Hitler this year.
There you go. All right, stay tuned.
Well, I say Hitler. I tried the problem is, I've tried operating this company with, okay, how do I put this? Because I have tried to operate this company with a very hands-off management style. So my theory was that if you give your employees complete autonomy, that they would work harder and we'd get more work done and be more productive. That didn't happen. So this year I'm switching things up, and there's just going to be, I don't want to go too deep into it, but there's a lot of changing this year, just to make things more efficient, more streamlined. Accountability, I think, is what the word I'm trying to find here, to just try to increase accountability, because we do have very little accountability here. So that's one of the things I want to switch up on.
Yeah. To finish off, just say, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I mean, I think they know that.
It's going to be an exciting year.
It is. It's going to be a very exciting. I mean, that is for sure. It's going to be very exciting. You're here. It is going to be an exciting year. Stay tuned. Beer, crisps, and peanuts, and you can either watch the rise or watch the fall. You're going to watch one of them. I'm going with the former. Yeah. F it. The thing is, like, I don't care. Like, if it all turns to shit, but I'd far rather regret things that I did than regret things I didn't do. I would any day of the week. I'd far rather, yeah. So exactly, yeah. Yeah, yeah, rah, and then yeah. I don't think anybody actually fully appreciates how heavy this is. Okay, are you trying to video the dirty side of my truck? Oh, that really needs to be clean. Oh, that's not a very good impression. Oh, that's not right. I don't think that's okay. Oh, I've been in this game 54 years. I always wash my truck on a Monday. I would like to point out that it is the silly season where everybody wants everything done before Christmas, because that's always the way it is. This has been probably one of the hardest weeks I've done this year. I've really struggled this week. So if I look tired and worn out and beaten, that's why. What? Uncle Roger, what are you going on about?
The glasses.
Do I look like, who's Uncle Roger? Can we get an update? They've remotely downloaded the new firmware to this rack and the chargers, and that's all been accepted, but there's a communication issue with satellite 2, which we've just found was a wiring issue. We're just going back and forth fitting this other charger, and I'm just keeping an eye on this one while it's charging up for the first time. But it is, like, I know you can't feel it through the screen, but that cable is warm. And this is the factory cable that comes with the charger. And that's charging currently at 83 kilowatts. And this is a 200 kilowatt charger. And at 83, that's warm. Like, I can feel warmth in there. So it makes you wonder, at 200 kilowatts, that must get hot. But it's designed for it. I mean, that's what it's designed to do. But it's just interesting, at 83, I can put my hands on that, and that is warm, like, it's toasty warm. So at 200, that must get, I mean, I know this is liquid cooled, so maybe like Vic was saying, that maybe the liquid cooling hasn't kicked in yet, I don't know. It makes you wonder the sheer size of those batteries as well, because this has been on charge now for about 20 minutes, roughly, and it's literally charged about 5%. At 83 kilowatts, and it's literally like 5% charge. The amount of power it takes to charge one of these trucks is just, I mean, it's just insane. I mean, I don't know whether it's more environmentally friendly when you think, I don't know. I just don't know. when you think of the amount of shit that's got to be installed and the amount of stuff that you've got to do to charge all of these batteries at 83 kilowatts, and it's only literally, I don't know, yeah, it's insane. I don't know. It's impressive, whatever. I don't know whether it's environmentally friendly, but it's impressive. Stop filming me. I mean, I know that's the point. I swear you come up to me and adjust my mic just because you want to be close. No, I really think it is. I really think so.
To be fair, yesterday, even when I was putting it through your t-shirt, I thought that was a bit...
That was a bit much. I'll be honest, there was an invasion of personal space there.
Yeah, I walked away, I was like...
I was like, okay, I was expecting you to put your hand up my t-shirt. I'm like, dude.
Just feeling trying to...
Yeah. Today is it Thursday? It's Thursday today, isn't it? Thursday. We got one day left before we break up for Christmas. Absolutely burnt. We got a parcel this morning. I have no idea who it's from, so we are going to find out because I have not ordered anything from the social supermarket. To Tom. Happy holidays from Hived. Oh, it's Hived. Okay. Ooh, what have we got? Vanilla coconut bites, gingerbread hot chocolate. Actually smells really nice. Cabernet Sauvignon, but I don't drink, so it's actually a lie. I do drink, just don't drink. I only drink in front of my tightest circle because it's a bit embarrassing when I start drinking. Thank you very much, Hive. That is greatly appreciated. See, that's why I like them. They're incredibly stressful to work for, I'd like to point out, but you know, they mean well. That's what matters. Thank you very much, Hived team. All right, friends, that's all we've got time for in this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe because it really does make a difference. Make sure to stay tuned for our next video. If you hit subscribe, you'll get notified when one gets released. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Trust me, I cracked open a little bottle of cider when I saw it. I was like, yeah.